touchdown. She hit the line on the far side, and the Rebels win.
Stop playing. Stop playing. He connects. Rebels with their first lead of the night.
And the Andover Huskies are your section champions.
Good evening and welcome to Champlin Park. Tonight it's boys hoops. The Rebels host the Anoka Tornadoes, and these teams have struggled a bit. Champlin Park 4-12 overall, Anoka 5-12 overall. Ball in the air. Graff, Lakondwa, Zuo, Taki, and Gamber for the Rebels in Navy. They try to get down low to Graff, and they turn it over. It'll be Tornadoes ball. Nyamari, Rodriguez, Podani, Scherer, and Frecking for Anoka on the road. Anoka 2-9 in league play. Champlin Park, all their wins coming in conference at 4-7. Steve Thompson along with Tim Anderson just underway. Throw it down into the corner, and the Rebels pick it off. Andrews goes into the paint. Andrews goes up and in.
Good opportunity there for Champlin Park to go ahead and get started with a quick hoop from Andrews. This is exactly the way they'd like to begin for Coach Aaron Klepner tonight.
And, of course, Jesse Jefferson, the head coach for Anoka. From the outside, that is Rodriguez missing the shot. Rebound comes down to Io Taki. He'll drive down the lane all the way to the hole, miss the shot. Taki gets it right back off a tip by Frecking. Then finally grabbed by the Tornadoes and Podani.
Give credit to Shearer right there. That was not a matchup for him.
Here is Scherer. They work it on the outside. Nyamari drives into the block. Had it blocked. Rebound to the Tornadoes. Frecking grabbed it. And now they'll get it out on the perimeter. These teams met earlier in the year. More on that in a moment. Champlin Park ended up winning the game, but they were tied at the half. And we got a bump on that drive, and I believe it's going to go on Zuo. That'll be his first.
Yeah, just setting the scene here for you a little bit. These two teams, about the same record, 4-12, 5-12 overall. Anoka's played well in a lot of spots this year, and so has Champlin Park has played well at times. The difference has always been, can they stop anybody? In the case of Anoka, it's been really tough this year. Defensively, they have struggled, and that's going to be one of the big keys to watch tonight. The defense has gotten better in the last few games, and you wonder if it'll continue to improve tonight. Oh, Keenan not paying attention.
Yeah, and they threw it right back down low, and the Tornadoes give it up. Rebound comes down to Champlin Park, and Shafa, and he got fouled. I mentioned these teams met earlier in the year, and that was up at Anoka on January 11th. Game was tied at 37 at the half. Rebels go on to the 81-60 victory.
Yeah, when the defense breaks down for Anoka, it kind of breaks down for size, and they give up a lot of points. They've given up in the 80s and the 90s quite a few times this season. And as we said, it's gotten better. The one challenge tonight, though, is that they haven't really been able to practice with their guys for much of the last week. A lot of the bigs have been out sick or out injured. There's still some out tonight. Housey coming off the bench because he's been ill for quite a while here, but he's starting to get his legs back.
Get it down low to Housey, and he got bumped. He will get two. And the foul could go on Shafa, who just a moment ago made one of two. Actually, it's going to go on Luke Graff. That'll be the first on Graff, second on the Rebels.
Well, the Rebels, they're a team in transition. They graduated so many really talented guys last year, Steve, right, as you know, and the coaching change has gone into this as well. So a few different elements at work here, but they still have Io Taki, and I still don't know if there's a real matchup for Anoka on him tonight. I think they'd like to see Housey be able to body Taki a little bit, but that's going to be a tough matchup. If Anoka can slow down Io Taki, and there's the other piece, Housey making the first free throw. If these guys can make some free throws tonight for the Tornadoes, they're going to have some opportunities here, but 1 out of 2 for Housey.
It is 3-1. Rebels have the ball, and this is Andrews into the front court. He'll give it up. This is Taki. Now outside, Zuo. They get it to the area of the elbow. Taki swings it out into the corner. Graff, short, no good. And the rebound comes down to Housey the other way. Nyamari missed it, and the board to Graff.
He was anticipating contact, didn't get it, and ended up flying through that layup and missed it. Jay's usually a little more under control than that.
Io Taki gives it up in the corner. It's Andrews. Out on top, Graff. He'll drive, go up, get the bucket. He's averaging 12.3 a game. He has a couple there. 5-1 Rebels.
That's what we talk about all the time for Anoka, their ability to make plays on defense. That time a blow-by and an easy layup.
Zuo goes in, missed the shot. Rebound comes down to Nyamari. Outlet ahead. Housey up and in.
Boy, Housey had the easy pass if he would have saw it, but he ended up taking the tough shot and he made it. Housey's got all three for the Tornadoes.
Andrews gives it up. Now on top, Graff. Swings it over, Taki.
Boy, they'd love to match Taki on Keenan Rodriguez, I'll tell you what.
Here's Graff on top, tries to drive. Had it poked away by Podani. Good job there by Podani. Down in the corner again, Graff. This is Zuo. And now Graff trying to find room. And now we got a timeout. And head coach Aaron Klepner, you alluded Mark Tucksher, stepped down after a great run as head coach. He was teaching out at Buffalo and coming over to Champlin Park every day to coach a team. His kids were getting a little bit older and wanted to coach those kids and spend more time with family. And Aaron Klepner, who graduated from Champlin Park in 2016, takes over. And there's a look at the standings.
Yeah, they're young. As you can see, those wins in conference, as you mentioned, Steve, put Champlin towards the middle of the pack in the Northwest Suburban and Anoka towards the bottom. But these two teams are pretty evenly matched, and it's top-heavy at the top. I mean, Totino's pretty good. Park Center's obviously really good. Andover's pretty solid. We saw that Andover team a couple weeks ago, a really good ball team. And that Coon Rapids team's been pesky. 13-5. They play people hard. They got two guys who can really score. So the top is really strong. But you got a lot of teams even at the bottom that can run and score points.
Yeah, and how about Osseo? They beat Totino Grace. Totino Grace beat Park Center in Fridley, and Park Center won at Osseo among those three. And by the way, the Orioles are playing the Pirates at Park Center tonight.
Oh, boy.
One of the marquee games. Park Center still number one in 4A. And here's Taki's shot. No, rebound tapped around. Grabbed by the Tornadoes. Donald Pra. And now here come the Tornadoes. Scher gets underneath in trouble, kicks it out. Here's Pra, drives into the lane, stops, kicks it further out, and trying to drive Rodriguez. Rodriguez turned away by Taki. Now Pra, as they play on the perimeter. He's going to try drive left of the lane. Spinner in the paint, up no good, and that's tapped out of there. And the Tornadoes will hang on. It went off Andrews.
That's one thing you notice with Anoka. That's one of the big differences between when you watch a player like Aotaki or even Jay Nyamari for Anoka is their ability to get their own shot. And when it's not those two guys, that seems to be the challenge for both teams is having somebody step up and get their shot consistently. Anoka really had to work on that last possession. Not a great pass by Shear.
And they're going to say it goes off the Tornadoes.
Wow.
Taki may have got a hand on it. How about that?
I didn't see that, but, man, we'll take it. Yeah, 5-3 early on, and with Nyamari not on the floor, they're going to look for somebody like Rodriguez to try to get some points for Anoka. Somebody's got to step up and be that second guy, that second scorer. And Anoka, and they're still looking for it. All the way through the season so far, still trying to find that guy.
Here's Housey down the lane, all the way to the hole and laid it in.
He has the potential.
All five.
He's got the potential to be that guy if he can get consistent like that, but that was fantastic from A.J. Housey.
11.6 a game. Graff on top. Taki further down. Here's Andrews, and he'll dribble out of there. And now they swing it across. Zuo. Taki back outside. Zuo tries to drive. Taki down the lane, got bumped. And I think the foul's going to go on Scher.
Yeah, and that's too late. You're not going to catch him when he gets into that charge circle right there, Steve. You got to come out and get him a lot earlier. And they did a nice job on that early in the possession when they were coming up and kind of giving a little double. Shearer was doubling with Rodriguez, forcing Taki to kick it back out. But if he's going to get the lane and be able to drive, you can't meet him at the semicircle. You got to get him at the free throw line and try to deny him the ability to get in the paint. He catches too deep, it's over.
Taki at the line, 15.5 a game for the 6'4" senior. His 15.5 lead the Rebels. That one out of there, no good, and a rebound, Podani.
Taki can fill it up. He had 30 against Coon Rapids the other night.
Tornadoes into the front court, sure. Front of the Rebels bench, hands it off. Podani gets bumped. Here's Housey. Housey swings it over Rodriguez. Rodriguez way out in the center of the floor. Taki picks his pocket. He'll go the other way and slam it down.
And I just don't like the idea of going one-on-one with Ao Taki. That's just not the best decision by Keenan right there. Would have liked to have seen him move the ball around.
He'll drive in, get it blocked out of there by Taki. What a sequence for Io.
Yeah, he's so long and he can cover so much ground with his wingspan. There's not a lot of room. You don't have as much room as you think against Ao Taki, and he's quick, he's fast.
Rebels by 3. Their big lead in the game was 4 at 5-1. Rodriguez, long 3, and he gets it.
Now that's where Keenan Rodriguez can be a factor. If he can spot up and shoot threes, get a little space that way, I like it. Trying to penetrate on Taki, not going to work, but if you can get an open jumper off a screen, take that and tie the game at 8.
Here's Graff. Taki, he'll try a long 3, and nothing but net. He has 6.
Great, just great court vision right there.
Sure, down in the corner. Podani, heel of the rim, no good. Housey has it go out of bounds. Housey was battling Zuo, and it goes out of bounds off Zuo. Tornadoes hang on.
Shearer does the right thing right there. I love the drive and kick, and I think Shearer does that better than anybody on the team for Anoka. He's one of the best ball handlers they have. He saw Podani wide open, and it was a good look for the freshman. Just didn't knock it down.
Rodriguez to inbound. Taki on him. He'll lob it way to the outside. Sure knocks it down. He is watched by Graff for the Rebels. He'll drive to the block. Up, no. But he drew the foul. That'll be the second on Luke Graff.
I just think they are a different basketball team when Colton Shearer is handling the basketball. I just think he makes really good decisions. First of all, he can penetrate. He's got a good first step. He's got a good handle. He knows when to get rid of the ball. He's got a pretty good basketball IQ offensively. You want to see him maybe facilitate more of that offense. He'll get the right guy the basketball.
Sure with the make. He is on the board. 7.3 a game for the 6'2 senior.
What that will do is take pressure off Rodriguez and Nyamari to handle the basketball. They can spot up and do more of that, more of what they do best.
And that one was good.
Free throws have been a killer for Anoka this year, Steve. They missed like 10, 12 a game. It's nice to see them make a couple early on, get some confidence there.
And 3 of 3 couldn't be better. They're down by 1. And here come the Rebels in Navy on their home floor. Taki. He's going to drive in all the way to the hole, put it up, spins out. Rebound goes out of bounds, and it looks like Rodriguez touched it last for the Tornadoes.
They're going to need some help on Taki. Keenan's not going to be able to guard him one-on-one. They're going to need to bring somebody up into the paint when Taki drives and be ready for that.
Stolen away by Rodriguez. He'll give it up on the wing left. Pra, he'll give it up, and that's Housey.
That's a beautiful feed by Donald Pra. Excellent work there. Great court vision to keep that alive, and Housey doing a nice job running the floor.
Tornadoes by 1. They're on a 4-0 run. They get it down to the block. That is Gamber. Gamber spinning. Goes up, gets it. He battled and gets his first points.
Yeah, way to stay with it there by the captain to give himself an opportunity there on the inside. That looked like that thing was a messed up play from the beginning, but he hung with it and got a look for a hoop.
Nyamari tried to drive. I believe he got fouled by Donito. And that'll be the first on Donito. 4th on the Rebels. Down in the corner, Pra. No. Rebound wrap up by Gamber. There's Taki. Driving in, Donito. Put up the shot and got it.
Nice.
That was tough.
Yeah, nice take. But they run the floor so well, do the Rebels. And Donito right there, the recipient of a nice pass and a great run from Taki.
Housey to miss. Rebound. Hauled in there by Peterson. Donito drives in, got tied up. by Ochwangi. Felix Ochwangi with the tie-up.
That's what Felix can do. He's a hustle guy, and that's what they want him to do when he comes in, is be a pest, be a menace. And that's what he does right here. Just really good, clean defense and able to pluck that thing away. Nice job on defense from Felix Ochwangi. And now you come in with Adam Anderson, who's really been getting a lot more run in recent games. Senior leader on this team off the bench.
Yeah, he was very valuable when we saw them up at Anoka against Andover. Did a good job. There's Housey. Didn't get the and one, but he'll get two here.
AJ looking a lot more under control, and you wonder if maybe that's just coming off the bug, not trying to do too much and letting things come to him. But one thing that you could say about AJ that you love is his energy. He's a freakish athlete. He's a wonderful player to watch. But sometimes maybe plays a little fast, misses some layups on the inside. I think so far tonight he's done a nice job of playing under control. Misses that free throw, but he's already got 7 points. And that's the thing. They're only down 3 right now, and Nyamari hasn't scored yet.
Housey will get another one. And that one rattles home, and he has 8. And the Rebels by 2.
Got to feel good if you're both coaches, Steve, so far. Really nice start for Anoka and Champlin.
Under 10 to go. Taki gives it up in the wing, now in the middle. They get it inside. Shot put up and off by Andrews. Rebound to the Tornadoes. And that's Anderson with the board. Ochwangi down in the corner. Rodriguez a 3. His second of the game.
Talked with Tyler Barker, one of the assistant coaches, before the game. And if Keenan's able to take really high percentage shots like that and get good looks like that, he's very successful. They need more of that from him.
Taki to follow off the miss by Gamber. Taki has 8. Rebels back in front.
Full court pressure by the Rebels. They got to move.
They get it in. Rodriguez, he better get it up the floor here in a hurry. He's taking his sweet time. I don't know.
Go. Gotta hustle.
All
Just
right.
got it across.
Barely. Rodriguez, 2 3-pointers. Rebels have 1. That was made by Taki. From the outside, that's Pra.
Boy, that's a big lift to get Donald Pra involved in the scoring. He's been a hustle guy off the bench. Tonight asked to start and asked to contribute, and a big 3 right there.
7-2 run by the Tornadoes. They get it inside. Nice play. Danito up and in. He has 4 off the bench. We're tied again.
Beautiful feed by Gamber in the low block. Saw the cutting Danito and able to hit him with a beautiful little low post feed, and he's able to get the easy layup off of it.
Anderson. Now it's Pra.
Need more movement on the perimeter if you're Anoka here. Now finally Anderson.
Rodriguez from the other corner.
That's when he's at his best. If he's got a quick release, if he can just set his feet and shoot and be decisive. You see a lot of committed shots from Keenan tonight, and that's why they're going in.
Rebels on the perimeter. Taki. Alo shoot. Danito gets it over to Gamber. Gamber trying to work down on the block, puts it up with the right hand, spins out. Danito grabs it, and now Anderson jumps in. And they're going to call the jump, and the Rebels are going to hang on.
Not sure what the Tornadoes were looking at there on the missed shot. No box out, no rebounding help right there whatsoever. The ball's just loose and flying around. Somebody's got to take charge underneath right there. They get the held ball, but they should have just had a rebound.
Brian Housey sit. Rebels on the inbound. And we got an offensive foul on Iotaki. His first of the game. 6 on the Rebels.
And the thing is, Taki doesn't need to be overly physical with anybody on Anoka because he's big already. He's already bigger and taller. And I think he can get whatever shot he wants in the low block.
Trey Borchers on the floor. 5'11", 9th grader. Rodriguez, a hot hand, gives it up. Nyamari. Anderson now at the free throw line. Goes into the corner. They get it right back out. Nyamari. That's no. And the rebound to Andrews. give it up, driving in all the way to the hole is Peterson.
Boy, Andrews just with a really patient play and a nice job by Peterson of just running the perimeter there perfectly to get to the inside.
Oshwangi, back out, Rodriguez again!
You're seeing it again, Steve. It's a quick set. He sets his feet and it's a quick release. There's no thought. There's no indecisiveness. He's making very quick decisions, confident decisions, and that's leading to made baskets. 12 points for Rodriguez.
Yep.
You get 8-9 from Housey. Nyamari hasn't scored yet, and you already got 25 here in this first half. This is perfect for Coach Jesse Jefferson.
25-21, 4 made threes for Rodriguez, 1 for Pra. And let's take a look at the 4A rankings. We mentioned Park Center. Shock P, very good. I have not seen the Sabres. East Ridge, a perennial power. You got Wayzata, Minnetonka. Then Eastview Hopkins, I mentioned Osseo. They're at Park Center tonight. And then Owatonna and Farmington. But I've seen Park Center. I talked to someone that I've known for many, many years who's seen the Sabres a couple of times and would not be surprised to see a Pirates Sabres state title game in 4A.
Boy, I'll tell you what. Anytime you can get to this point, though, with just one loss on your schedule, you can't hide from anybody in this state or in this area at all in the Metro. You're going to play tough games all the time, and to go through the schedule that clean is pretty impressive.
Yeah, very good.
Beautiful
top
cut.
10. They get it down in the corner. Here's Andrews, gets it further out. Andrews gets it back, tries to drive, gives it up. Gamber, that bounces around and drops. He has 4.
Gamber's got a soft touch on the inside for a big man. He really knows what to do when he goes in the low block. But I got to tell you, too, I really like what Andrews does as far as a passer. Really knows how to facilitate, move the ball around, and find the open man.
Rodriguez from way outside misses the mark. Anderson, he'll get it again. He'll drive in, spin in the paint. What a move!
Wow, from Keenan. But again, decisiveness. No hesitation from Keenan Rodriguez. That's the name of the game. That three-pointer was a total heat check, but he stayed with it. He's hustled after it, and that's what's great from Keenan Rodriguez, really taking over this half.
14 points, Tornadoes by 4. Rebels the ball, Gamber near the block, trying to back down, double comes, gets it outside. Now they get it to the cutter, shot missed by Zuo, can't follow it up, but he'll get 2 free throws.
I think I was going to say, did they give him that? I think they might have gave him
bucket.
that.
Wow.
They gave it to him in one coming for Zuo, and now it's a 2-point lead for the Tornadoes. He gets a chance for a 3-point play. And Coach Jefferson, as per usual, same with Coach Klepner, moving the subs in quickly, in and out.
Fouls on Anderson, his first, just the third on the Tornadoes. Rebels with 6, and at the free throw line is Zuo. Delampo Zuo at the line so far tonight. No points. That front end, no good. Or I should say the chance for the 3-point play. He has to miss the chance for the 3-point play there. Here's Rodriguez to the block. Spins it outside.
Yeah.
Oshwangi had it partially blocked. Rebels get it in transition. Here's Zuo. They swing it around. Taki drives in all the way to the bucket. Missed it. Gets his own rebound. Back up. It'll fall. And a chance for a 3-point play. Housey the foul.
Yeah, there's Taki now with 12 points, and he was going to get the body contact there from Housey as you take another look. First of all, great drive. He blows past Oshwangi, and then Housey's got to box him out there. That is just, it's not great under the glass from the Tornadoes. Not getting on bodies to box out. You're letting people just try to jump in a jumping contest. You're not going to win a lot of jumping contests with Aotaki for even as good as Housey is as a jumper. Still, technique's got to win right there. You got to box your man out.
Free throw falls. 3-point play is completed.
Boy, fun first half so far, huh?
Rebels by 1. Under 5 to go in the half. Schur's on the floor.
Somebody's got to move. Way too bunched.
Rodriguez in front of the Rebels bench. He tries to drive down the lane all the way up. Missed it. How's he got bumped? No call. Rebound to the Rebels. Shapa. He'll give it up. They go down low to Taki. He'll catch and power it up and in. He's having a big half for the Rebels.
Yeah, and it's just because there's not a great defensive matchup for Anoka on Aotaki, especially if he's going to catch it deep in the block like that. Not going to be able to deny him.
7-0 Rebels run. Sure down into the corner. Gets it back. He'll try and drive. And we got a push from behind. That'll be on Andrews. His first. And we'll get free throws here for Sure. That's got to put him into the bonus, I'm positive.
I would think so. Yeah, that's 7 right there. That should get him 1 and 1.
Yeah,
I think
they're going to sub in. Yeah. So Sure's going to go to the line. He's already 2 for 2 there.
And again, I like when they have Sure kind of handling the ball up top. I just think he's able to make some things happen as a ball handler. And right there is an example of it. He matched up against a kind of a bigger, faster Andrews, but was able to draw contact.
That one off, no good. Good box out there by Gamber. And here's Taki. Io from the free throw line. Nothing but net. What a half. 17 points.
Red hot Aotaki. 17 first half points. And this is a critical juncture for the Tornadoes. You're down by 5 right now. You don't want it to let it get bigger than that. Got to get a hoop.
Rodriguez out in the corner. Nyamari. No. Long rebound. Fought for. And Nyamari the foul trying to get at it. He ran into Zuo, and the Rebels are going to hang on. By the way, Champlin Park on a 9-0 run.
Yeah, it was a good, nice idea for Nyamari to try to make that 3 ball. He's been no points. This is probably the longest I've ever seen a drought without Jay scoring. He's been averaging 17-18 this season, and for him to be held scoreless in a half like this is a little surprising. Wonder if he's forcing the issue just a little bit, wanting to get into the flow of this game.
Rodriguez, a big story for the Tornadoes, 14 points. This timeout comes with 3:30 to go in the half. And the Rebels with the ball on that 9-0 run and have extended their lead to 5. And I checked the scorebook carefully. Their big lead was 4 early at 5-1. The Tornadoes' big lead was 4 at 25-21. And all of a sudden, now Champlin Park up by 5, looking for more.
Big thing here again comes down to, yes, I just don't think they have a real clean answer for Aotaki, obviously, defensively. And it's nothing really that they're doing wrong, except for the fact that what they have to do is understand that he's going to get, if he's going to make jumpers on you, fine, you can live with that. If he's out making threes, he's making 18, 19 footers, fine, you can live with that. But what you can't let him do is catch the ball 2 feet from the basket, 3 feet from the basket, because it's over. It's curtains if that happens. So what you got to do is try to deny the entry pass on the inside, and if he beats you from the outside, fine, you let it be. But right now he's getting too many easy opportunities on the inside and too many second chance opportunities because the Tornadoes are not boxing out effectively.
So out of the timeout, Zuo to inbound to Andrews.
Yeah, I really like Andrews, like his game.
Taki on the perimeter, guarded by Rodriguez. Works off a pick to the top. He'll step back. That's short, no good. Rebound fought for, grabbed by the Rebels. Andrews up, no. Gamber up and got it.
Yeah, and you see that's got to be had. If Taki's going to go out and shoot jumpers from the outside, you're going to totally live with that. But that means you got to put a body on a body, and you got to box out on the inside. To allow 2 and 3 opportunities right there is just no good.
Rebels up by 7 to run 11-0. They get it on the wing. Now down low, Sure. Back on the floor is Fredking, who got the start. He'll power it up. No. Rebound ripped down by Andrews. Champlin Park looking for more. 2:40 to go. They shovel it out. Shafa. Now it's Andrews, tries to drive. Runs into a problem. Turned away. Zuo. He'll try and drive. Put up the shot. No. Follow it. Up and in off the glass.
Too many second and third chances. We say it again and again, and that's been the killer for the Tornadoes defensively this year.
Sure, a wild shot. Back the other way is Zuo. Down the lane. Up, no. Gamber can't get it. Grabbed by Rodriguez. Kick ball. They should have called that. Sure picks it up.
Call a timeout.
And did they get the timeout? No, they're going to say Champlin Park ball.
And what the Shearer one on the other end, Shearer's out of control, but some of that is because the Tornadoes are standing around. And right here, I don't understand why we don't get a timeout called.
Yeah, right in front of the bench.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Bail them out. 36-27. 13-0 Rebels run. And off the inbound, Taki follows it up and in. And you talked about it, second chance points, killing the Tornadoes in this run.
And that's, again, another example of just how soft-handed and how confident Gamber is as a passer. I love that little touch pass to Taki off the inbound. And a big man who can pass like that, man, that is so nice.
Nyamari's second. He completes the three-point play, his second of the half. And all of a sudden, Io Taki has 20 points with 2:01 to go in the half, and the Rebels' run has grown to 16-0. They were down 27-23. They're now up 39-27.
And you can't panic here if you are Anoka. You got to just get a hoop or two, see if you can get this thing under 10 before the half, and just start playing smart basketball, good fundamental basketball. Right now it's a lot of hero ball from the Tornadoes. Would like to see them play a little more disciplined and fundamental.
Rodriguez on the wing. Tries to work around the perimeter, shovels it down low, nobody home.
Looking for Anderson to maybe cut there. And Rodriguez may have got caught between like shooting and passing, and he was committed to passing, but he needed Anderson to cut with him, and that didn't happen. And a little frustration being shown by the Tornadoes now.
Taki has 20, Rodriguez 14 to lead the Tornadoes.
That's where a steal would be big for Anoka. Get a little fast break, get a quick hoop, get something easy.
Taki tries to get around the corner, swings it out on the left. Here's Zuo. He'll hand it off. Andrews near the block. They give it to Gamber. Gamber down to the right block. Up, off, no good. Couldn't finish. And here comes Nyamari. All the way down. Had it blocked. And fouled by Zuo.
Boy, great effort by Zuo. I thought that was a good block, but might have got a little bit of body or maybe a little bit on the wrist. Nyamari was coming with a full head of steam, and Zuo stood his ground, and I thought he almost had a clean block there. That was a really great effort by him.
Nyamari to make his first points of the half.
Yeah, right on the wrist there, it looks like, as you look at that replay. So good call there by our officials. Those are some big hoops, right? Got to stop the bleeding, get a quick basket, get Nyamari on the board a little too. Some positivity out of that sequence. Now with a minute to go, can you get a stop and a score? It
was a 16-0 Rebels run. Under a minute to go in the half. Andrews into the paint, leaner, got it. Nice driving bucket.
Yeah, I like him. I like his whole game. He's a good passer and he can finish.
Sure, up and in.
Nice answer by Colton Shearer right there. I like that. That's a little more of that, please. That was nice.
He took it right to the hole and got it. Andrews swings it across. Here's Donito. Donito to the line, hands it off Andrews, right back out. Donito, trap. Gamber, right back out. Taki, got it! 23 in the half.
Another beautiful touch pass by Gamber, sets up an easy one for Taki.
And then answering is Pra, his second three. And we got a whistle and a charge on the Rebels with 2.2. And the Tornadoes can probably get a shot with 2.2.
They sure can. And boy, a basket here at the half would mean a lot if you could get this thing under 10. Try to weather that storm. The Rebels really put a charge on Ao Taki with just a monster first half. But I was super impressed with Gamber as well.
Second, by the way, on Taki. Rodriguez. I think he got fouled.
Wow, are they going to give him 3 free throws from there? That's unbelievable.
I think he went up and got hacked before the horn went off. I think it's the right call.
Wow. Oh, they're going to declare, nope, they're going to say no. Half. Boy, that would have been a bit of a bailout, but we don't see the clock right here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about if a foul was there or not, but even then, if we could see the clock, that would help us out. But either way, refs opt not to bail out Keenan Rodriguez there.
Yeah, that was close. Well, anyway, after
Let's
all
take a
of
look
that,
with the clock here, Steve. So we'll take a look with the clock. Yeah, there's no, right there is where the release is, and that's where I think they would have called the foul, and it looks like it might have been all zeros right there. That's pretty close.
He wanted 3. He went
sure
to the line. Didn't get it. Well, Champlin Park, a decisive 16-0 run. They were down by 4, 27-23. They build their lead to 39-27. They end up by 10 at the half. It's Anoka at Champlin Park. Boys Hoops here on a Monday night at QCTV.
Deutschman fade for the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown.
That's Keenan Rodriguez, number 14.
Takes a quick shot. There's nothing
Welcome to At the Half, the show where we take a closer look at some of our local area high school sports. I'm your host, Seamus Burke. Let's start off with the Anoka girls swimming team. They're a young team, but they're not letting that slow them down. Let's head out to the pool and take a look at the Tornadoes.
This year kind of feels more like 2019. We are more together, but still, I'd say like with the practices, our practices are separate for JV and varsity. So there's still like a divide between teams, and like we still have a limited amount of people in like certain places. And it's more like the people are just trying to get back together than they were from last year, where we didn't have any interaction.
It does feel a little bit more normal. Last year we were always very divided and very separate. And I didn't even get to like meet some new people last year, so I feel like I'm getting to like meet them for the very first time, so it's pretty great.
Well, we lost 7 seniors who were all section qualifiers the last couple years. And then we lost another swimmer to volleyball because she wanted to play volleyball, a good swimmer. So we have 8 pretty important spots to fill, and we have
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover their unique mix of all kinds of traits.
Where'd Wiley go? Where's Wiley? Ah, there she is.
Paw, do you remember being an ancient wolf? Do you ever feel the call of the wild?
You're a renegade cop, and I'm a con woman with nothing to prove. But together, we could really solve this murder.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but all of them are pure love.
Welcome to At the Half, the show where we take a closer look at some of our local area high school sports. I'm your host, Seamus Burke. Let's start off with the Anoka gymnastics team. They're an ambitious group looking ahead to a big season. Let's head out and talk with the Tornadoes.
At my elementary school, there was a gymnastics after school, and that's where I started. And me and my best friend, she's actually another captain, and from there, I decided to be done with dance, and I just kept on with gymnastics, and been doing it ever since.
I tried out a lot of sports when I was younger, but I didn't like to have like shoes on. I was kind of a weird kid like that. I don't know, I just had a lot of energy always jumping off the furniture, so my parents thought it would be a good idea, and it kind of just stuck.
We actually got a couple new girls, and we lost a couple girls that were really important to our team. But the new girls are showing promise, and we've been working really hard all summer, so we still have our hardest skills. We're starting off strong.
What's been really fun so far this year is the amount that we have to gain. They're so talented, they're so hardworking, and they're going to develop a lot from the first meet to the last meet. Last year we came in strong, went strong, and ended strong. It was just a seasoned group, and every meet felt just kind of almost a little too easy because they were so practiced, so rehearsed. They'd been with each other so long. Last year we only had one new team member because of COVID. This year we have many more, and many more stepping into big roles. And so it was an exciting start knowing that we were going to grow each meet, that our score would grow, that their performances would grow. And that's already happened just in our first couple meets. So it's exciting each time to see what's going to come next.
I think it's really cool how everyone focuses on themselves. You want to do your best, but even if you mess up, you still get really excited when your teammates do really good. So I personally, I've done really bad at meets, but I still am really happy at the end because everyone else did really good or someone else got a PR. And it's just, we're all there for each other. We're very supporting.
I think gymnastics is unique because it's just such a mentally tough sport that the team bond is almost way different than any other sport would be, because you have to be there for each other so much mentally and support each other when you're having a rough day. It's so mental. It's super physical too, but I would say it's 90% mental, 10% physical. So yeah, you have to be there for each other a lot. So it creates a really good team atmosphere.
We really, really want to make it to state as a team. We haven't done that in 12 years, a really long time. And we've been so close, and our competition is getting a little easier, so hopefully we can make it this year.
Next, we have the Andover dance team. The members describe their time together and their love for each other as more of a family than a team. Let's learn more about this awesome group.
My name is Natalie Shepard, and I've been with Andover Dance Team for 4 years. These 4 years have been amazing. I've made so many friends, and honestly, they are considered part of my family, and my sister's on the team, and so it's just been so fun, and I've learned and grown in so many different ways. I'd say the difference between this year's team and last year's team is everyone is a lot closer this year, and they have so many new qualities that they can bring to the team and that they contribute, and I think everyone has kind of taken a next step into going to new goals and reaching new heights. This year, I'd say our goals are being able to get to new skills that we haven't really been able to before, and I think with this team it's completely possible. I think that we're in a good spot at the start of the season, and I'm really excited to see where we go.
My name is Stella Jensen, and I've been dancing for the dance team for 4 years. I've been on both fall and winter. I started dance when I was in kindergarten. I've always loved it. My mom always wanted me to be in it, and I just fell in love with it, I guess. I think this year we finally all found our love for dance, and we've always had it, but I just think this year really has shown how far we can take ourselves, and we just have a family here, and it's really awesome. Our goals for this year are just to try our best at every.
Yo, Scott.
Hey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you know what? I was just in there. The line is 10 people long.
I think I'll just...
Dude, are you okay?
You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Smart man.
Did you see how that dog was looking at me?
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you've smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Number 2, the Tornadoes have it. Housey put up a shot and didn't get it. Rebels by 10. They got a good look from Housey, but they couldn't finish. Andrew, Zuo, Taki getting it down low. Gamber kicks it out in the corner. Zuo turned away there. Good job by Scher. That's Graff. He's had a quiet game, just 2 points. Down low, up and in. Gamber has 8.
Kind of par for the course for the Tornadoes in the first half. A lot of missed opportunities on the offensive and defensive glass. Some missed layups on the inside, and they give up a bunch of points. Start the second half, Gamber with another really nice play on the inside. I just really like how under control he plays near the basket.
Nyamari drives in up with the left hand, missed the shot, drew the foul. That's going to go on Zalampo Zuo.
Well, if you want a hot take for the second half, Jay Nyamari will have to be a bigger factor than the first half, where he only had 2 points. He's averaging almost 20 a game, Steve. Only 2 points in the first half, and they all came at the line.
He gets one there. Foul on Zuo, that's his third. He's going to set. And coming in for him, Brandon Schaffa, he had 1 point and a foul in the first.
Well, one man has half the team's points, so it's going to get mixed up a little bit.
Andrews down in the corner. Graff wide open. No. And the rebound on the weak side, Rodriguez. Keenan Rodriguez dribbles out of traffic. And he'll bring it into the front court. Top of the key 3. Down deep and out. Proud the board up and in.
See, there you go. That's a good aggressive play by Donald Pra on the inside to grab that offensive glass. Been really impressed with him tonight. He has played a nice game.
Taki has 26.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, he's so good.
Other corner, 3 by Pra. No rebound. Nyamari up, off. Rebound, Iotaki. He'll run the floor. Kicks it out on the wing. Here's Graff. He'll try and step back. Can't. Now further out. Taki. 26 points tonight. Taki again.
Oh. And Donald Pra played good defense, and you let him shoot it from 30 feet. He still made it. You just got to shake your head at that one and tip your cap to him. That was fantastic. Taki's on fire.
And Jesse Jefferson's going to talk about it and say, we got to guard that guy. 29 points and a quick 6 here in the half after 23 in the first 18 minutes. What a night.
Well, you see, even in rhythm there, I mean, even though Pra had a hand in his face and he was out deep from the basket, he's been allowed to kind of just be in whatever rhythm he wants to be in here, and that's it's giving the Rebels a big lift tonight, 29 points. Here's a look at what Champlin Park's got coming up here, Steve.
Yeah, and over here, and they still have Elk River, Centennial, Rogers, and Blaine, and the regular season winding down. The regular season ends in early March. Meanwhile, for the Tornadoes, they go home, take on a very good Coon Rapids team. You talked about that earlier, Tim. The Cardinals are the real deal.
They got 2 really solid players at the top of their lineup there with Galamon Smith. They're fantastic players. They can get up and down the floor. They're getting 20 a night out of both those guys. And last time they played the Tornadoes, it was 90-81, I believe, was the ended up final there. That was a high-scoring affair at Coon Rapids, so no love lost either.
Yeah, Coon Rapids, Andover, Maple Grove, Osseo, and Centennial. The Tornadoes have a very tough finish to the season.
Tough way to finish. Boy, that Andover Champlin Park game sounds kind of exciting with the way Andover can fill it up. You get a Taki versus Kopetsky Masungu matchup. That's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, they have outstanding guard play at Andover. Champlin Park up by 15 early in the half. Down in the corner, Nyamari drives in, kicks it out. Sure, three. Off, no good. Rebound. Who else? Taki gets it down in the corner. Graff. Back out to Taki. And now it's Andrews. At the free throw line, almost traveled. Further in, here's Gamber. Turnaround, got it. He's good down low.
He really is, and that gives him 10 points for the night. And it's been a pretty effortless 10, but you throw in about 5 assists as well.
Nyamari, long three, got it. Good look.
Boy, had to have it, and Jay's got to come alive a little bit. They need some stops.
Nyamari has 6 after just 2 made free throws in the half. Backcourt pressure by the Tornadoes. They barely get it over the timeline. Shafa stepped on midcourt, drives in, missed it, followed. Taki's got 31.
They don't have an answer on the inside, and they're not boxing out. They're not showing the technique that they need to show against a big man.
Sure, across, Pra, that's short. Rebound Taki. He'll bring it up the floor. 31 points. Over 14 to go in the game. Andrews got bumped on the way to the hole, and that's Nyamari.
The thing that's fun about Taki is, I mean, at the next level he'd be a guard, but up here he's really like a 3, like a swing man, and he's got a great handle. He can really run. He can run the offense if he needs to. He plays with poise. It's what you like about what you see there. And now when he steps out of the lineup, they don't miss much because they'll feed Gamber a little bit more in this section.
Sure sits down for the Tornadoes. Taki with 31. Sits down, they get it to Gamber, missed that one. Andrews aboard, back up, no. Gamber taps it to Andrews, and he'll go to the line.
A.J. Housey needs to be real careful how demonstrative he gets to the official. Once again, a lot of second chance opportunities here for this Rebels team, and they're taking advantage of it.
Housey and Nyamari now have 3. A second team foul on the Tornadoes. Andrews at the line, and he has 5. That's right on his season average. It was a 10-point game at the half. And behind Taki, they have extended that lead.
And now another night where you're staring, probably giving up 70, 80 points in the face for the Tornadoes. Got to get on a run and get some quick baskets. You don't need the threes. You don't need to get it all back. Go ahead and get some easy 2s if you can.
Housey down low, kicks it out. Pra 3. No, rebound Housey. He'll give it up down low to Pra. He waits and hits.
That's a really nice job by Housey, fighting for the offensive rebound and then being patient with it, finding Pra for the open look. And now a chance at a steal.
And it's stolen back by Graff. Graff gets it ahead. And now Shafa in front of the bench. Head coach Aaron Klepner standing. Driving in. And going down hard there was Donito.
Yeah,
And he
Donito
got fouled.
getting up limping a little bit too after that one. Big collision there. Really not much, though. And Keenan hates the call, and I kind of understand. Keenan with an incredulous look right there. Not much on that one. But it doesn't need much either under the basket, and you got to be in position. And oftentimes they're not going to reward the defender, especially when you're chasing.
Shu Donito hits one, and it's 59-42.
And again, no need to panic. Try to get a basket, get a 2 so you can set up your press. Nice feed.
Housey up, spins out, and the rebound to Shafa. Too bad.
Yeah, those have to be had. You've been missed. Just a lot of those get missed still.
Graff long 2-0 but net. He has a quiet night, just 4 points. They haven't needed him. He's averaging 12.3 a game.
And no doubt, Coach Aaron Klepner wouldn't mind leaving Taki on the bench for a while and letting some of these other guys score and let some clock go off and see if they can keep the Tornadoes at bay here.
Sure, inbound to Housey, gets it back. 13 minutes to go in the game. He tries to spin, He'll drive in all the way to the hole, put it up, missed it, follow Housey.
Good follow by A.J. Housey right there to get him a big basket. And again, a chance to do some pressure defense.
Graff in the lane, stops, scoop shot, no. And the rebound comes down to Felix Oshwangi. Rodriguez, a spinning bucket. That was pretty.
That's good, and then again, you can set your press. You're trying to up the tempo a little bit on Champlin Park, and it's working, and they're going to get a body foul on Felix Oshwangi.
Yeah, Danito drove to the hoop and got bumped by Oshwangi. That'll be his fourth on the Tornadoes.
But that's what Anoka wants to do. Get a couple easy baskets, then see if you can slap the press on, see if you can quicken the tempo of Champlin Park, and maybe force them into some mistakes. Force them into where you can get a steal, and you can get another couple quick hoops on the other end.
Graff, Andrews sit. Taki off the bench. Taki wing left, gets it further down. Here's Schaufa, and then the cutter. Danito loses a handle out of bounds.
That's a nice, good defensive stand by the Tornadoes. Now can you turn that into a basket on the other end?
Rodriguez, Oshwangi, Pra, Diamari, and Housey turnover.
Yeah, it's not great spacing by the Tornadoes there. It's going to lead to an easy one.
They get it ahead. Peterson outside. Taki missed the three. Rodriguez ahead to Pra. Good look and an easy layup.
Nice job there. Off the miss, you're running the floor. All of a sudden it's broken on the other end, and Pra gets the easy one.
6-0 run by the Tornadoes, stolen by Oshwangi. Gives it up. Rodriguez, a bucket. Rodriguez, 4 in the half, 18 in the game. 8-0 run by the Tornadoes. It's an 11-point game.
Look what happens when you don't settle for threes. Like, look what they've done. They've been able to drive to the basket, get some easy twos, and off the made baskets, they're able to slap on a press. And when you slap on that press, now it's quickening the guard play for the Rebels, and it's leading to some turnovers. Quick hands by Oshwangi on that last sequence, and then does a nice job of feeding Rodriguez right at the right time to get that easy layup. Good basketball from Anoka the last 2 minutes.
It is an 11-point game. They fell behind by 19 at 61-42. But it battled back, and hey, they get another stop. They can cut it to single digits, which just didn't seem possible a moment ago, Tim.
Well, look, Champlin's 4-12 too, right? I mean, it's not like they're it's not like they're without flaws here. I mean, there are flaws to both of these teams, and right now it hasn't looked like Champlin Park's got a lot of flaws, but they do, right? They have Taki, who's a really fine player, and Gamber, who's a really fine player. They've got some talent here on this team, but they can break down, and they're capable of turning it over in the backcourt just the same. You can see Keenan Rodriguez, who's really had a nice night. This is the best Rodriguez has played, I think, since the opening game of the season, when they went out and beat Roseville on that opening night, or Matamidi on the opening night. I'm trying to remember who they played opening night, if it was Roseville or Matamidi. I'm losing my brain. But he had 28 in that opening game, and you just thought to yourself, Roseville. They thought it would be the Nyamari Rodriguez show. I don't know if Keenan's played a game that great since. This is his best one in a while. He's really looked great tonight. 18 points. It's been a real factor.
Shot for the inbound, gets it to Zuo. They play catch. And now they work it ahead to Taki. He'll shovel it through the legs of Peterson, and the Rebels turn it over. And now Anoka has a chance to cut it to single digits.
Another great job on that press, forcing the guards to work a little faster than they want to. And now Champlin trying to answer with the press of their own.
Rodriguez, a monster night, 18 points, dribbles into the front court. Anderson's out there. He's left wide open, missed the layup, followed by Housey. Housey has 12. 10-0 run by Anoka. It's a 9-point game. And then a travel in the backcourt by Danito. Wow.
Turnovers. And now you're also starting to see Anoka win some of the battles on the offensive glass. Starting to see Housey get a couple of second chance opportunities and making him pay. Tornadoes looking a lot better here, and you can see how out of control this offense looks for Champlin Park when they're in the press.
Graff, Zuo, Taki, Andrews, and Gamber out there trying to restore order. Back cut. Anderson loses the handle, kept it alive. Nyamari, no. Rebound tagged to the side. Anderson couldn't save it. What a hustle play, though, by Anderson.
That's what they need a lot more of. I love the hustle from Anderson on that play. He almost kept that alive twice for them to have opportunities. And that's what, just a little extra hustle, diving on the floor. That's what they want from Adam Anderson, and he gives it to him on that sequence. They just couldn't cash in with a bucket.
Zuo in the backcourt, and he got bumped. And that'll be Oshwangi.
Yeah.
That'll be his second.
Oshwangi tried to slap a full Nelson on right there. That wasn't going to work.
Now, Alexander Gamber is going to inbound. Gamber's had a good game, 10 points off the bench.
And he also, he's also great. He's been passing. 5-6 assists. He's been a fun player.
Andrews swings it over. Here's Zuo. Further in, Taki. Graf. They swing it across. Zuo drives in, stops. Now Andrews trying to find an open look from the perimeter. And that is Zuo knocking one down.
Housey gave it to him, let him have the open shot from behind the arc, and he made him pay. Great feed by Rodriguez.
Housey the other way in a quick bucket. Housey 6.5, 14 in the game. Rebels by 10, under 10 to go in the game. Andrews. Graf fires it ahead. Gamber. Taki. Missed it.
Oh, he traveled. Wow. And it's because Adam Anderson came in and closed. And usually that's too deep, but he did a nice job of kind of bumping him enough away from the basket to where he wasn't going to get the easy layup. Good job by Anderson to stay with the play. And now Anoka with another chance to get it under 10.
Rodriguez off the inbound by Schwangi. Tornadoes in white. Now in the front court. Fired inside. Housey in the corner. Anderson three. Buried it. First points. Tornadoes within 7. Graf gives it up. Andrews loses it. Oshwangi picks it up. Anoka. Oshwangi gives it up in the corner. Out. Rodriguez. No. Rebound Housey. Oshwangi. Little runner. Short, no good. Rebound Gamber. Tornadoes move it up.
Good looks by Anoka on that sequence. Just didn't cash in, but they had a great chance.
Oshwangi the foul. That'll be his third. The bump on Zalan Zuo.
Yeah, I love Felix Oshwangi. I really do. But he just does not believe a foul ever gets called on him. Never believes he fouls. That time, that was a good call. A little bit of a bump.
Taki has 31. Hasn't had a lot of looks as of late. Taki has it stripped. Comes to Gamber.
Yep.
Double
Reaching.
team comes Anderson. Yeah, the reach.
One thing Oshwangi has done great for them tonight is he's starting to swat some of those passes, getting in those passing lanes. He's got a couple 2-3 steals tonight. Been a real factor defensively with this press on. Real pesky menace-like in the backcourt. That time Anderson too overzealous and gets the foul called, but do like that kind of energy that Oshwangi's giving them defensively in the passing lanes.
He'll sit. Pra comes in. And at the line is Gamber. Hasn't shot free throws tonight. He's at an even 10 points. Front end is good. Rebels by 9. Tornadoes the ball. Nyamari gives it up. Rodriguez. Rodriguez has 18 points.
Yeah, it's a lot of dribble right now.
Stops in the paint. Gets the bucket in the foul.
Far and away the best Keenan has looked in a long time this season. So good on this drive. I thought it was a lot of dribble, but look at that up and under. That was so pretty from Keenan Rodriguez. Gets the hoop in the harm. It's a close game. We got a 7-point ball game all of a sudden.
Zuo sits with 4 on the floor. Amory Peterson, and he completes the 3-point play.
And this pressure has worked. When they went to this full court pressure, credit Jesse Jefferson here. This has worked. It's changed the whole game.
Kick ball by Anderson. Rebels hang on to it. They're within 6. Remember, it was 61-42, and the Tornadoes have climbed back into it. 18-5 run.
It's been with a lot of two-pointers, too. They haven't lived and died with the 3, which has been a big change. They've been more aggressive to the basket.
Taki all the way in, missed a shot. Anderson taps it around. Taki grabs it in the corner. Now it's Graff. No. And then Prague grabs the board. Outlet to Housey. Housey to Nyamari. And that's knocked away by the Rebels. Tornadoes hang on, down by 6.
It's got to be Jay Nyamari time soon. He's got 6 points tonight and 3 fouls. It's been Rodriguez and Housey really shouldering the load here. This is where they got to look to one of their guys to make some plays here.
Nyamari on the outside into the paint. The runner gets it to go. Up with the left hand. That was pretty. 4-point game. Taki gives it up. Gamber hands it right back to Taki near the Rebel logo. Further down, Gamber, double team comes, tries to spin out of it, goes up strong and got it.
That was impressive because that looked like he had nowhere to go. Great job by Alex Gamber to fight all the way through and get a hoop.
Rodriguez over the timeline, watched by Andrews. Nyamari along the baseline, skips it over Anderson. Gives it back to Nyamari, and there's a reach foul on the Rebels, Peterson. I think it's going to go on Amory Peterson, and it does.
I think you're right. It wasn't the prettiest of design right there. Anderson and Nyamari were bunched up in the corner, but Jay was able to make a nice move. He was able to get a foul.
Just a third on the Rebels. Closing in on 7 to go in the game. Tornadoes have battled back. Nyamari juggles it. And he stepped out of bounds. Too bad.
Yeah, it took too long to develop there off the inbound, Steve. They did not really design anything with movement. People were just kind of standing around, and you got to get that thing in quick.
Gamber to Peterson. Now it's Graff. Gets bumped. Now Taki. Io Taki, 31, but he's been quiet lately. Peterson drives in. Further out, Gamber. To the block. Double team comes. Ball on the deck. It's tied up, and the Rebels are going to get it. They get the arrow here, and they get bailed out.
See how much more the defense is swarming, though, Steve, for Anoka. They're not allowing the bigs to catch it too deep, unencumbered. As soon as a big is catching it, they're double and triple teaming, and they're face guarding, doing everything they need to. Great block.
Block there, and then sticking with it and putting it back. Shafa, he has 3. Here come the Tornadoes down by 8. Nyamari down to Housey, but knocked away by Peterson for the Rebels.
Well, I don't know where Jay saw something with a passing angle there, but there wasn't much there. I would have rather seen him just be aggressive, try to get a foul called there.
You get it to the outside Prague. And now it's Nyamari. Jay Nyamari, senior guard, drives in, kicks it out in the corner. Anderson, runner from 15, no. And the rebound ripped down by Champlin Park. And Shavha, Brandon Shavha, driving in. Peterson, tough shot.
Wow.
Got it to go.
But this is when you don't get a make on your end. You can't set up the press. And when you can't set up the press, you allow Champlin to run the offense that they've been able to run to be successful. Right there, a great drive by Peterson to finish.
6-0 run. Rebels up by double digits. Nyamari. Now it's Prague. Into Rodriguez near the block. He'll get out of there. Nyamari on top. Trying to spring Rodriguez. Runner inside the line. That floater falls.
Oh, the little shimmy shake and the drive from Keenan Rodriguez.
That was pretty.
Shook him out of his boots right there. Fantastic little move from Rodriguez. And again, it's the most assertive and confident I've seen Rodriguez in probably all season. Really terrific game tonight from Keenan.
Those floaters aren't easy. He has 9.5, 23 in the game. And the Tornadoes are within 8. Here's his timeout. And it was a big run by Champlin Park. kind of blew the game open in the first half. Rebels were up by 10 at the half. They built it to 19-61-42, and Anoka's come right back.
Yeah, a lot of fight being shown by this Tornado team. And again, a big part of this is your ability to play some, to force some turnovers and get some stops defensively. Now watch this out of this timeout. You'll see Coach Jefferson probably set another press play or another trap situation where they're going to try to get a quick turnover and see if they can get another couple quick hoops. There's still a lot of time left here to tear into this, but the one thing you can't do is start trading hoops. You want to try to get a couple more stops, get this thing within a couple of possessions.
Well, as you pointed out, Tornadoes 5-12 overall, Champlin Park 4-12 overall. But these teams have really gone at it tonight.
Yeah, good physical basketball game. And when the Tornadoes have been in a groove, they've played great. There was just that stretch in the first half and early second half where they just were asleep at the wheel. But they have played a much, much cleaner last 10 minutes.
That's Graham further out to Taki. He has 31, but hasn't done much late. Drives in, tough shot, no. Rebound, Shafa up. That's still on the deck. Grabbed by Rodriguez. Outlet ahead, too far, and he traveled anyway.
Yeah, he tried to get a couple steps and throw, and Keenan wants to try to say, well, I was trying to pass it, but you can't do that. You got to put the ball on the floor first. It's a good call by the official right there.
So they turn it right back over to the Rebels, and they have a chance to get it back to double digits.
Part of it was Keenan was stumbling a little bit there. I don't know if he ever really got settled to where he could put the ball on the floor.
Lorenzo Andrews in the backcourt. Andrews. Further down, here's Brandon Shafa. Now it's Io Taki. Taki being hounded by Rodriguez. Shafa again tries to turn the corner, can't. Taki now on the left. To the free throw line, stops. Now further out, here's Amory Peterson.
Champlin Park's content to run clock here. You got to put a little pressure on the ball handler.
Taki can't find any room. Andrews wide open jumper. Bounces out, no good. And the rebound tapped out of bounds off Felix Oshwangi.
Once again, Steve, you see no box out. You saw it was just a jump ball between those two guys underneath. Want to see those Tornadoes start boxing out. They don't have the size and the height to out-jump people.
Andrews to inbound for the Rebels. And they get it into Graff. Quiet night for Graff, just 4. Drives in, got it.
That was pretty good defense by Oshwangi. He didn't get any help on that side, but he was able to stay with Graff, and Graff just made a great move.
74-64. Rodriguez, no, and the rebound Taki. Taki's going to go coast to coast, miss it. Tap follow, then he gets the rebound and put it up and in. Taki has 33, and it's been a while.
And when you're not able to get baskets on one end, you're not able to set up your defense and get stops on the other end. Tornadoes in a really critical spot right now.
Under 4 to go in the game. Rebels by 12 again. They led it by 10 at the break. Fire it down in the corner. Oshwangi gives it up. Housey the reverse.
Nice
8.5, 16 in the game.
That's a really nice feed by Oshwangi and a good finish by Housey.
Graff fires it ahead to Shafa. Taki now to the cutter Peterson. No, rebound tapped way outside. Housey's going to run it down. He'll go up and get stripped by Taki.
Wow, that's a hard foul from Ao Taki.
That'll be his third. Just a third team foul on Champlin Park. Anoka with 2.
So this is critical, and this is now, I mean, again, a good foul by Taki, because I think you want to see Housey make 2 free throws here.
Yeah, and he went for the strip. I mean, he went in and tried to get the ball from Housey. Housey hits the free throw.
It's a big make. And that's one area where AJ, just along with just a little polish on the inside, if he can start to become a 60 to 70% free throw shooter where he can make 6 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10, I think you'll see his game really blossom.
That one, no.
Ooh, Anderson called for a push-off there to get some position.
Actually, that was the 4th team foul on the Rebels. 3rd on Taki. And that foul a moment ago on Anderson is number 3, and that's the 8th on the Tornadoes. So we'll go to the other end, and Taki will shoot free throws. Once again, 33 points tonight, and 2 of 3 from the line.
His game is so polished. Like, he can do so much. Shoot threes, make free throws. He can drive. He can handle. He can rebound on the inside. I mean, there's just a lot that he does that's so good.
Tornadoes down by 11. They have the ball. Housey near the line. Hands it off. Pry and a block by Taki.
Boy, that was such a beautiful feed, too, by Housey. I thought that was going to be a layup. Great play by Taki.
Taki over to the right, Peterson. Peterson puts it on the floor, stops. Gets it further in. Graf, fade away in the paint.
Oh.
Got it to go.
Little Dirk Nowitzki right there. That was pretty from Graf.
Rebels up by 13, right back the other way. Nyamari missed, but we'll get 2.
One thing that you see the big difference between Champlin Park and Anoka is when you see Anoka drive, there's always a Champlin Park player coming in to help on the backside. And that's forcing players to alter shots. It's forcing missed layups.
3rd on Graf, 5th on the Rebels, and Nyamari hits a free throw. He's 3 of 4 from the line, 4 of 5. Easy for me to say. 4 of 5 from the line. And he gets them both.
Got it to 10 points tonight, but a pretty quiet 10.
Taki!
Oh! That is not quiet!
37 for Taki. Rodriguez the other way hits a 3. His 5th of the game. And it's a 10-point game.
Boy, Keenan Rodriguez showing a lot of guts on the other end, but Taki above the rim, above the earth. But a great answer from Rodriguez on the other end, because now Coach Jefferson can call a timeout and try to see if he can set up another quick press situation with 2.5 to go.
Rodriguez has 26.
That's
to lead Anoka. Taki, 37 points for Champlin Park. He had 23 at the half. So a legit shot to hit 40 tonight.
And, you know, if you would ask Coach Jefferson, like, hey, Jay Nyamari is only going to get you 10, but you're going to get 26 out of Rodriguez, 17 out of Housey, 12 out of Pra, you'd have to feel like you were in that game. I'm sure he would have taken it because he would have loved that balanced attack. But yet here they are again, surrendering 82 points, and Taki has just been off the charts.
Shafa, Andrews, Peterson, Graf, Taki out there for the Rebels. And they get it into Andrews. He'll shovel it ahead. Taki over the timeline. Andrews, Peterson right back to the middle, and Andrews.
Yeah, got to pressure the basketball here. You've got to get a handle on it, get a trap where you can.
Graf gets the bucket.
Boy, he started to make some shots here late in this game, Steve. He's up to 10.
84-72, Rebels by 12. Nyamari outside. Pra, he'll drive. The runner is good.
Nice basket by Pra.
10-point game again. Backcourt pressure. That's tipped around. Rebels. Now Anderson steals. He'll go in, lay it up. No, but draw the foul. That would have been a huge three-point play.
Oh, it would have been gigantic if Anderson could have been able to knock that one down and get the three-point opportunity. But instead, you do get a chance to score points with the clock stopped, and that's a big thing. So if Anderson can knock down a couple here, once again, you can set up the pressure.
Foul on Peterson, by the way. 6 on the Rebels. Anderson, the free throw, no.
That wasn't Adams' best form. Looked like he kind of rushed that. Adams got really good fundamentals. He can shoot the ball. And a good kid, too. Really good senior leader for this Anoka team. Getting some big minutes tonight.
That one is better. And it's a 9-point game, 1:43 to go. And the Rebels turn it over. Andrews tried to hit it. get it over to Zuo, and they weren't on the same page. And now Anoka with life with 1:39 to go into the backcourt. Nyamari. Rodriguez. Over to Anderson, back to Rodriguez. Trying to get free. Gives it up. Housey, bucket.
Now you set up the press again, see if you can pressure these guards and get a trap. Good job getting it across.
Taki layup. He has 39. Back the other way. Rodriguez, he has 28.
Loose ball. Who's going to get a handle on this thing? Graf trying to beat it, and he does.
Graf in the corner. Taki! No! Rebound up, in, and a chance for a three-point play for Zuo, and that'll probably do it.
Yeah, they needed that rebound in the worst way. Had to box out. Couldn't deny a second chance opportunity, or couldn't allow it, and they did. Big opportunity to put that one away by Zuo. Now a chance for a three-point play.
Fallen Anderson, number 4, first player in the game with 4. Zuo at the line.
Good fight by this Tornado team in the second half.
They hit double digits with that made free throw. 89-79. Zuo the other way. Nyamari the jam. 89-82, 43 seconds. Graf getting trapped. Taki ahead. He gets it to the free throw line. He got bumped.
Yeah.
Is that Rodriguez or Nyamari?
Yeah, it looked like Rodriguez there with a little shove in the back. As they were doing everything they could to try to get something there. That trap was set up nicely in the middle of the floor, but they couldn't trap Taki, and they couldn't use the boundary to their advantage. Couldn't use that out-of-bounds line, and instead Taki was able to get a free run across the timeline.
And the free throw good there. Io Taki has 40.
How about 40 points for how good is Ao Taki? Boy, what a night for him.
That one out, no good. Rebound fought for Anderson.
Oh, hang on now, Andrews. Got to watch yourself there. That's not what you're looking for
Anderson
late in the
and
game.
Jaffa, and that'll be it for Anderson. He'll foul out, I'm sure.
That was a hard foul, but nothing to get upset about. No question.
And I don't know. I'm pretty sure did they call the foul?
I believe they did. I thought they did.
No foul.
Wow, that's silly to me. But the whistle blew though. So it's the held ball. They're going to call a held ball with possession. But if that's the case, Anderson's not out of the game. But I was going to say a whistle blew, so that's what it was. They must have called some held ball.
I think Anderson thought he was out of the game, to be honest. 32.4. Rebels by 9. 90-81, Tornadoes the ball. Rodriguez down in the corner, Pra spins inside, out in the corner, Anderson's three, no, follow, Nyamari got the bucket and a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, it might be a little bit late in this one, but nice job by Anoka to continue to hustle through here, and a nice job by Nyamari to get a second chance opportunity there.
Following shot, number 2, 7 on the Rebels. Anoka over the 10 foul limit. 16.2, they're down by 7.
Oh, these two teams know each other pretty well.
Nyamari, the make. 90-84, and we got a quick foul.
Yeah, quick foul, trying to extend the game here. Jay decides to commit that, but he can't commit too many more. He's got 4. As they try to, actually that's 5 for Jay, so that'll check him out.
Yeah, he's done. 14.2 to go in the game. And you look at what the Tornadoes have done. 28 from Rodriguez, 19 from Housey, 15 from Nyamari. He fouled out. 14 in the game from Pra. That's impressive. And then, of course, on the other side, Io Taki with 40 in the game tonight. Andrews at the line, he has 6.
Well, they scored 84 points, but they're going to give up 91. And that's been kind of the case, right? That's been the story. It's been you score a bunch of points, but you surrender a bunch of points, and that's been the challenge so far.
And he got them both.
And I like Lorenzo Andrews. I think he's got he's a really talented player for them. They need him to be a more stable guard as far as not allowing those traps to get him, but it was enough tonight. Great job by this Champlin Park team to get this win, but a good fight all the way around.
Dribbling it out is going to be Zuo and Champlin Park. It's their 5th win in conference, their 5th win of the year. A 92-84 decision over visiting Anoka. Anoka falls to 2-10 in league play, 5-13 overall. How about Iotaki? An even 40 in the game tonight.
Yeah, what a great night for Iotaki. He really played a terrific game. Really proud of the way he played, and it was a really great battle all the way around. Taki just got the big hoops when they needed it, and Anoka just couldn't get enough stops defensively. But fun. Take a look at the player of the game tonight, and of course it's going to be Iotaki. What a fine performance from him.
That is not quiet.
And he goes right down the lane there and jams it in. And
yeah, he did everything.
Yeah, and then on the other end you had the player of the game for Anoka, Keenan Rodriguez, with the long 3, 28. But Iotaki is our player of the game with an even 40 tonight for Champlin Park. And as we mentioned, Champlin Park hit this week. On Thursday night, we'll host Andover. Meanwhile, Anoka heads home on Thursday night to host Coon Rapids, a good old-fashioned Tornado Cardinal rivalry.
Certainly, and Anoka, they're fighting like mad. They've been in a lot of these games, Steve. They've played a lot of high-scoring, tight games where they just need that one play, that one stop, that big three. They just need that thing that puts them over the top, and they just haven't been able to get it. And they've lost a lot of these tough games this season, and this is another one.
A wild one tonight. Champlin Park beats Anoka 92-84. Big thanks to our QCTV crew, led by Taylor Johnson. A big thanks to my play-by-play partner, as always, Tim Anderson. Tim, you do a great job. Steve Thompson here. Thanks so much for joining us on QCTV.